We join now from Nelspruit in Mpumalanga by our reporter Spongile Mpolweni. Spongile, well, good evening. And first and foremost, bail was granted. Was it taken up by the accused?
Yes, good evening, Sakina. Bail was granted, set at 3,000 rands. When we left court, the family were proceeding to go and pay for her to be released. So we understand that she is out today on that bail. She's no longer in custody.
So, Spongile, what is the latest from the accused perspective? We heard a little bit there about, some of her deposition, but have we grown any clearer about what the motive may have been for the murder of her husband?
Well, the affidavit handed in court, she states that it was in the early hours of the morning on that Saturday of the 1st of September, she and her husband had an altercation, and she says that she used a knife to try and distract her husband because she was seriously assaulted. Those are her words, seriously assaulted by her husband. She further goes on to say that after she had used the knife, she fled, running away from her home because she was fearing for her life. And had she not used that knife, she further states that it could have been her that died on that day. She says that she fled to Pretoria, running away from her husband, not aware that he had died, and she only heard that he had died on the Sunday, the following day, from calls from her mother as well as police looking for her. That's when she drove herself to her mother's house, and she informed her mother that she had a fight with this man, and now she's hearing that he had died, and she relayed the story. And that's when on the Monday morning, the mother took her to a lawyer and they handed her over to the police.
Spongile, we saw the family of the murdered victim posting on social media asking for assistance in tracking down the suspect. Now, what have they been saying now that she has handed herself over?
They are saying that she is lying. She was not abused, as she states that this man was physical with her. They are saying that in their presence, they seemed like a loving couple, happy all the time. There was never an incident where the deceased, the husband, was physical towards her. So they are saying that she's lying to save her face. They don't believe her story that she left him there not knowing that he had died. They think that and they believe that she intended killing him, and she fled, and when she realized the consequences of her action, that's when she decided to hand herself over to the police, because then the matter was already out. Police were looking out for her, as well as them. They had posted all these pictures and their friends on Facebook looking for her, and that a manhunt was out for her. So she was scared and handed herself over. They don't believe her at all. They're very much disappointed by the court granting her bail, and they feel that justice must take its course and that their brother's death must not be in vain. Sakina.
So, Spongile, just finally, what has she been charged with and when will she be appearing in court?
She's charged with murder. On her affidavit, she explained to the court that she is unemployed, she was a housewife, and that she can afford that 3,000 bail to be out, and her staying inside prison will prejudice her children. She has a 2-month-old baby that she's still breastfeeding, and she wanted to go back to the child. She did not know any of the witnesses, as we know that from what we've heard, it was only the two of them in that room on that day when the incident happened. So she's saying that she will not interfere with the case, and that's how she was let off, because there are no witness that actually witnessed the murder taking place. So it is her word. She will be the one who will stand trial, and she's promised the court that she will come to court whenever she is needed to. She will not evade trial and will not interfere with the investigation. So she's back at the same court on the 9th of November.
Spongile, thank you so much. Our reporter out in Mpumalanga, Spongile Mpolweni, and with the latest developments in that story.